whatnot. I don't know if you're a Kobe fan growing up or how that affected you, but I mean, I know that you had some indirect ties and you had met Kobe and you've had some relationships and that you spent some time down at the academy and all that. What's been your interaction with that event and his passing?
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough, especially. Yeah, I grew up watching Kobe a lot, man, and you know, it's crazy. Like when you're younger, he got me into the game,
right? But
as the older I got, I think it transitioned to like I started looking into other things with Kobe, like his mindset and like when I read Phil's book, especially, and
right. 11 Rings.
Yeah, I read that, and then it talks about like meditation and like Zen and stuff, and then how he did it with Kobe. Before I met him, I was like, man, if I ever get to meet him,
right,
I'm gonna ask him about that. Like that was my bucket list. I was like, damn, basketball stuff you can always ask.
Right.
You can always see him. He has so many interviews of basketball. He doesn't really talk about meditation much.
Right.
So that was one of the things when I want to ask him.
So what'd you ask him? Man, what was that conversation like?
It was crazy. You want to know the story behind it?
Let's go.
Yeah. So like, it was crazy. Alex is So I'll go like short story.
No, listen, man, it's a podcast. We got all the time in the world. Let's go. I want to hear these things. Let's go.
Yeah. So like my first summer when I was with Alex,
right?
We were just man, this is a weekend. And he's
so like, Alex is through Pure Sweat. You're working down.
So Alex,
or what?
That year he might have been. Now he's not with Pure Sweat no more. He's just by himself. But yeah, we were just grinding, and so Alex's girlfriend or fiance. Okay. Now I think, and then Gigi was a big fan of her.
Wow.
And so Kobe messaged Nafisa, and he's like, man, I think he's like, come out for you guys want to come out? And Alex messaged me, man. He's like, you want to go? We're going to go work out in front of Kobe. I'm like, Kobe? What? All right, man, let's go.
Yeah.
And then, man, we went.
So where are you? Where is this?
We were in LA.
Okay.
LA, yeah.
He's got a.
So no, we drove to like Newport.
Okay.
Yeah. So so when we got there, man, it's like I'm playing defense. So we're working out in front of the team, the Mamba.
Okay.
The girls.
Right.
So we're working out, and obviously I'm interning, man. I'm grinding. Yeah. I'm playing defense on Nafisa, right? And like, she's getting buckets on me, and Kobe's just looking, man. He's like, you know what I mean? He's like, damn. Like,
right.
And then afterward, he's like, man. He's like, don't worry. He's like, he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, don't worry, man. He's like, she's tough to guard. It was crazy, man. It was crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, man. After that, we just watched the team practice a little bit, and then like after that happened, then I got a chance to ask him after everybody was done.
Right.
Like, man, like, what do you think about meditation and stuff?
Right.
And then he's like, man, it's very important. He's like, he's like, this is like one of the. He's like, you'll be stupid not to do it.
Right.
He's like, all the greats do it. You know what I mean? And just asking him that, and being in front of him, that was on my bucket list for life. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Obviously, Alex asked him some questions there too, and like about basketball and stuff. So that was already done. But I wanted to ask him about meditation. That was my biggest thing.
Right.
Going into, I didn't know I was gonna meet the guy, but
for sure.
But yeah, man, it was crazy. That was a crazy experience, actually, man.
So what? Speak to that man's presence a little bit. What was it like? You know, again, that's one. You that's a global icon. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's one of those people where the room feels different. Well, like, what was that experience like in terms of, you know, did you pick up anything from the way he moved or the way he interacted or how he coached or how he watched or anything of that nature?
It's interesting, man. Like, you would think a guy like that would be very egotistical,
right?
But he listens and he talks to you like you're a regular person. When I asked him that question, it didn't feel like he was just like, "Well, it's good." Yeah, like he went. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, oh yeah, it helped. But he was actually went into like, like it's really like, man, like all the greats are doing it. Like I do it. You know what I mean? Like in the mornings, and like he was going into depth, and like it made you feel like there's no ego. Like he was just being a human.
Yeah.
He treated everybody the same. That's what it felt like. And that's at that level, with that kind of power he has, that's crazy to me, man. Yeah. That's when I was like, man, there's no way people should be treating people above, like you're above someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that comes back to his curiosity. He was so curious.
Right.
and he was able to learn from anybody. That was his biggest thing. But yeah, his presence was obviously when you first enter the room, you're like, holy man, like it's Kobe, right?
Yeah.
First, like, holy, what's going on here? You know what I mean? But when you start talking to him, he seems like a regular person.
Yeah.
He just obviously has crazy amount of knowledge. You can already tell when you start talking about the game. But the way he approaches you, very humble.
Right.
Very humble. It's actually crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, that it's funny how the best always have a way about them, right? Like they always have a nature to them, and a lot of the same sentiments are equal or are apparent as well. Another thing I noticed with those type of people is that they have a way of like laughter about them, you know, like they have a way of joy that like I just don't like. I know like a lot of up and coming like entrepreneurs and startup and business and technology and stuff, and a lot of them are like very like Silicon Valley, like go and like very intense and stuff, and that's a mentality I adopted as well earlier. But you know, when you get to those upper levels, it's like these people they're just having so much fun. Like this guy is just completely here and completely enjoying like his experience of talking to you or coaching his girls or watching a workout or whatever. Like, and that is what probably the most admirable trait to me, because it's like you have all the power in the world. You could do anything. You could go anywhere. You could talk to anyone, but you're here. And that's not by coincidence, because I know that person understands the value of their time. And that is the biggest gift, right? Like, and I always talk to whenever, you know, thank you for coming and sharing your time. Like that is it. That's our renewable resource. We don't get that back. Right?
Exactly.
And so for that to have that interaction and go to those people, and it speaks a lot about also the guys that put you in that gym. To put you in that gym and be like, yeah, I'm going to share my time, my energy with this person. That is the biggest. That's why you always, a good judge of character is the people in which you hang around, and the people in which you give your energy to, and the people in which give their energy back to you. Right.
Hell yeah.
So